Every elite tennis player relies on precise foot positioning. When Zverev jumps into a baseline rally, approaches the net, or retreats to defend, it's his footwork that sets him up. By honing specific placement patterns, such as split steps, crossover strides, and recovery pivots, he ensures his body is balanced and ready to strike from an ideal stance every single time. Professionals live and breathe this consistency, so their strokes flow freely, with power and control emerging naturally. Think of these steps as rehearsals for match intensity. By repeatedly setting foot in precise spots, Zverev programs his body to automatically respond during play. Over time, muscle memory takes over. Rather than consciously thinking, move left, plant, pivot, his feet simply know where to go. That frees up mental energy to focus on shot selection, spin, and strategy. In essence, drills automate the fundamentals so he doesn't have to think about these movements. Each repetition reinforces stability under pressure. His limbs learn to fire in perfect sequence. Quick initial step, sprint with low center of gravity, on-balance planting and coil, and snap into the shot. This dynamic ensures he arrives early, sets up clean, and delivers powerful strokes with minimal wasted motion. Moreover, this repetition builds explosive agility. His muscles learn to react swiftly and adjust mid-stride, enabling lightning-fast recoveries toward the baseline or net. This adaptability proves critical when facing unpredictable shots or engaging in marathon rallies. Another huge benefit: injury prevention. Efficient footwork means less strain on joints. Instead of lunging awkwardly, Zverev lands softly, transfers force evenly, and avoids overloading knees or ankles. His height could work against him, but by mastering how to distribute weight and move smartly, he sidesteps common pitfalls that plague tall players. It's also a gateway to intimidation. Zverev's movement sends a message. He's not just tall and strong. He can chase, respond, reset, and pounce with intention. That presence alone can unnerve opponents, forcing them to work harder for every point. In match situations, everything clicks back to those movement patterns. When he slides, gathers, and sets his feet perfectly, the racket follows. The timing becomes fluid, the strokes crisp, the angles sharp. The footwork becomes part of the stroke, not separate from it. At its core, Zverev's practice in movement drills is about long-term automation. Every tiny tweak, where his foot lands, how quickly he shifts weight, is logged by his nervous system. When tension rises in a match, his body doesn't freeze or misfire. It defaults to thousands of repetitions, carrying out elite foot positioning reflexively. That's why, even under blistering rallies or against deceptive pickleballers, Zverev seems poised. When spectators marvel that he looks effortless, what they're seeing is underplayed mastery, muscle-level perfection forged in drills and rehearsal. Each agility sequence teaches him to sense and react to minute changes in his environment, whether it's the thud of the ball on the other side of the net or the shift in his opponent's body weight. In this way, Zverev doesn't just run faster, he learns to anticipate, to prime his muscles for that initial push, and to direct his momentum exactly where and when it's needed. One core principle of these drills is rhythm. Zverev internalizes a cadence that mirrors the unpredictable nature of points. This isn't about flat-out speed in a straight line. Instead, it's about pulsing footwork that primes him like a coiled spring. His feet aren't static, waiting for the signal to go. Instead, they're perpetually bouncing, loading, and unloading in microseconds until the moment of true breakout. That rhythm allows a seamless transition from readiness to movement, and it becomes second nature. The cue appears, and his body has already responded before his mind even registers. Another critical rule embedded in his work is the concept of directional mastery. Tennis demands that players dart forwards, laterally, and back with equal urgency, often in rapid succession. In training, Zverev drills simulated sequences that require split-second changes in angle and pace. Each movement reinforces the habit that direction changes aren't disruptive. They're part of his baseline routine. When he steps explosively toward a ball, he's not thinking left, then explode. He simply steps and reacts, because the drill has created that muscle memory. The way these drills interact with his core is pivotal. Footwork isn't just leg work, it's a full-body conversation. In each quick step, Zverev synchronizes his hips, looks ahead with his eyes, engages his core, and plants with purpose. He practices and rehearses these sequences until planting into a shot becomes fluid, not forced. It ensures his racket meets the ball from a position of power and balance, consistency born of synergy between foot and frame. Each a principle of recovery. Every burst must be followed by readiness to bounce again. In rally situations, Zverev often sprints hard for one ball, plants, strikes, and must immediately recover to a neutral or prepared stance. His drills instill recovery as part of the motion. Step hard, hit, and rebound into the next estimate. That discipline means he doesn't just reach the shot, he remains ready for the next one. Building explosive first-step speed also demands that Zverev learns to read his own body. He refines the art of loading his muscles just enough to spring, not too much to slow, not too little to underperform. In those micro decisions, how low his center of gravity, how firm his ankle, how aggressive his push, his footwork drills are continually refining a delicate balance. Over time, this internal calibration becomes instinctive. His muscles learn that moment of compression and release that generates that tiny burst, which can be the difference between reaching a shot and conceding a point. Perhaps most importantly, these drills create confidence. When Zverev enters a match, knowing he has practiced that exact step 1,000 times, he frees his mind to play boldly. His feet handle the pressure, while his brain can focus on tactics, spin, and shot selection. It explains why observers often comment on how effortlessly he glides. Even in the most intense, longer rallies, there's always fluidity in his motion. Behind that graceful surface are countless repetitions, countless micro-adjustments, countless instilled rules. Keep bouncing, sense the shift, load the spring, step smart, plant solid, strike balanced, recover quick. The agility training doesn't just make him faster, it rewrites his body's language in court. It also answers the vulnerability critics sometimes point out in Zverev's movement. His height can make quick redirections challenging, but the agility work restructures those heavy limbs into a coiled, responsive system that can pivot, explode, and recalibrate in milliseconds. It's what gives him the ability to retrieve shots that otherwise would fly past him and then reposition with the same intent as if starting fresh. Looking at Zverev's court presence, it's not just skill or athleticism, it's a system, a chain of engineered responses forged in practice. He has programmed his neuromuscular system to make decisions and move faster than conscious thought. In match play, when tension and fatigue rise, his training shoulder busts through mental fog. Footwork becomes default consciousness.